What if I told you the secret to being a great communicator isn't what you say, it's what you hear? Listening isn't just hearing. It's actually the most underrated superpower in communication. So, if we can better listen, that will actually lead to better communication. Let's talk about the role of listening in communication. I'm first going to define active listening. That's listening with full attention, empathy, and intent to understand. A common misconception is that communication is more about speaking than listening. The key point here is that listening creates connection, clarity, and confidence in conversations. People actually only remember 25% of what they hear. Think about that for a second. So, what are some of the barriers to effective listening? One could be a distraction, like my dog just ran by. One could be an assumption or planning your response to the other person while they're still speaking. Then there's external barriers, noise, interruptions, like the dog, or even cultural differences, like we spoke about before when we talked about stereotypes and biases. So, if I had to ask you, what do you think is the biggest barrier to you listening in your daily life? Now, just give that some thought as well. Tie these barriers to the impact they have on communication, misunderstandings, frustration, and lack of connection. Now, how does better listening improve communication? First, there's empathy. Listening shows that you care and respect, and you're trying to foster a stronger relationship. Then there's clarity, which listening reduces misunderstandings and helps identify key points. Collaboration. When teams that listen well communicate effectively, they solve problems faster. Now, here are some practical listening techniques. The first one is the 3-second pause. Wait 3 seconds, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, before responding to process what was said. There's also reflective listening. That's when you paraphrase what you heard to confirm understanding. So that would be something like, did I hear you say that? And then fill in the blank. And if the person says, yes, that's exactly what I said, or if they say, no, I really meant this, or I really meant that, then you can ask more questions. Reflective listening that gets you to a deeper understanding. Then there's nonverbal cues, which we always talk about. Maintain your eye contact, nod, and show you're engaged. Don't be looking away or picking up your phone and checking out who just texted you or the latest news. Just make sure that there's that eye contact and you're engaged. There's other ways to get out of a conversation, but this is, remember, listening adds to better communication. Actually, listening is the key to better communication. I want you to think about asking open-ended questions, which encourage deeper responses. An open-ended question is not a yes-no question. It's a question that gives a person time to respond to you. Of course, avoid interrupting someone. And if you do interrupt them, say, oh, I'm sorry, back to you. And give them the speaking floor again. So focus on the speaker instead of jumping in. You can practice reflective listening with your family or in small groups of friends that you can confide in. If I were to summarize this short video and talk about the key takeaways, listening improves empathy, clarity, and collaboration. This is Linda, your American Accent speech coach and founder of Be Understood, encouraging you to stay curious, keep practicing, and keep growing. Oh, and P.S., if you want to learn more about this, come to our LinkedIn Live event this Thursday, January 16th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day and hope to see you Thursday.